Evening. Give us a big wave, guys, or throw five in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today, this is the first week that we're shifting our schedule a little bit. We're constantly tuning, constantly getting better. Here's a philosophy. When I first got started, my main business mentor, he had this philosophy of that brought Toyota, like companies like Toyota, to the billions, and it was this philosophy called Kaizen. Some of you might know of this, but Kaizen is a Kaizen. Throw that in the chat if you're still with me right now. And it's a philosophy that the Japanese have, which is constant improvement and constant development. Because back in the day, like post World War II, when all the auto industries are trying to get themselves back up, Japan took it by charge. Now you see Japanese cars everywhere, Honda, Toyota, just you name it, Lexus, right? And what was the big difference? Because America started as the industrial giant, right? You had Henry Ford and the Model T and all these types of things. And then the Japanese seemingly came out of nowhere. And it was because there was this culture and this philosophy drilled into their business and their companies, which was constantly, every single day, improve, constantly develop yourself. And if you do that every single day, these days you have things like get 1% better, for example. That's another way to say it. But really, it works so well in business as a whole, but especially in the network marketing business, because our business really is a compensation plan wrapped around personal growth. Every day, are we getting better? Every day, are we getting more skillful? Are we getting more tactful? Are we becoming a better servant leader? Are we getting better at sharing the drops? Or getting better at marketing? Like every single thing, you're not going to be amazing overnight, but you can get 1% better. And as you start to do that, you just start to see how this business continues to grow and expand it even better. If you take a team that grows 1% every day versus one that doesn't grow every day, I mean, you compound that over 90 days, it just goes crazy and it goes haywire and everything, right? So with our entire organization, we're constantly kaizening, we're constantly getting better. So as we're seeing what you're doing, as we're seeing how we're scaling, as we're seeing what everyone's life is like, the good news is there's a lot of speed, there's a lot of progress, there's a lot of promotions. I mean, in fact, if you know anybody that's gotten promoted, even in this last month, any promotion, going ultimate, any of that, throw that in the chat below. We have so many, it's really hard to keep up. I was just chatting with Adela Sanchez. She just went senior director today, which is a major, major thing. So huge congratulations. I see ultimates left and right. So major congrats to all of you. Like there's a lot. Rita Helms hit team lead. Congratulations. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, keep on throwing them in the chat if you know. And you're like, wow, there's a lot that's going on, right? So as we're continuing to expand, we're continuing to get better. Ultimate and senior team lead, says Tracy. Congratulations. Senior supervisor from Denise. Come on. Let's go. We also have, oh, now they're flooding in. All right. Francine Perry hit senior supervisor. Congrats. Leah went ultimate and manager. Brenda's close to senior supervisor. Come on. Ultimate from Carol. That's what I'm talking about. Your mom hit team lead and she isn't doing the business. Dang, mom. Mom's awesome. Mom's amazing. I've heard mom's story. You got to hear Shalia's mom's story. Yeah. Tammy Perry hit senior manager. Really, Tammy? Dang. Come on. So there's a lot of things that are going on, and there's more and more as well too. Two of your teammates went ultimate. Donna Rulon went ultimate. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So as we're speeding up, our goal is to constantly get better and sharpen it as well too. So for 16 years, we had done a Saturday. I've done a Saturday training in this profession, and it was like that was the thing. But who here knows that just because you've done something before doesn't mean that you need to necessarily do it in the future, right? The biggest thing that will take down your business is when you hear these words. We just have always done it that way, right? It's always been that way. But innovation is always key. Kaizening is always key. Improving is always key. Intentionally improving is key. So we're evaluating things. We're like, you know what? We're meeting daily now for our income producing activity calls. Who here's been liking these calls, by the way? Like they're amazing. They're the lifeblood. They're the heartbeat of the culture. So we're like, all right, we're getting a lot of training out there. So why don't we give you more time so you're in the field. We give you more time so you could be with your family. We give you more time so you can start to maximize more things. So we made the decision as a leadership that we would can the Saturday And then we would shift the Friday to basically academy. So this is our training topical day, right? So we have Monday through Thursday, our income producing activity calls. And then Friday, this is now where we can get topical and we can really get some really fun and cool things together. All right. Yeah. So I hope you love it. It's going to be fantastic. Of course, everything's always on replay and all these cool things. And I just realized I need to make sure that I hit live. All right, cool. So my goal is to stream the Fridays into our partners groups as well too. So I just need to make sure I click that button. So today we have the honor of talking about a really important and fun conversation all about this body balance challenge in North America. I got with me Miss Kelly Smith, Miss Danielle Singh, and also, I'm sorry, I didn't update in time, but Miss Ashley Riddle as well, who are all phenomenal. I'm gonna bring them onto the screen. Boom, boom, and awesome. All right, so guys, thanks for joining us, Kelly, Danielle, and Miss Ashley. How you guys doing today?
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Here.
Good, good, good. There's
Good.
Ashley.
I'm
Hi.
good.
Good. Okay. So we're going to talk about how to maximize this thing today. And you're going to want to take lots of notes because when it comes to tacticians, when it comes to social media, when it comes to conversions, when it comes to just driving a campaign, who you see on the screen here are the creme de la creme, not just in PartnerCo, I'd submit in the industry. So honored and so grateful to connect with you guys today. We're going to pick apart a lot of cool things and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'll bring you guys back up in a little bit. I'll give some preface on some things, and this is going to be amazing and all that. So if you're ready for today, put a 5 in the comments, and let's get this off the ground. All right. So in your boards, and we're going to constantly be updating these things, whether in the Revolution boards or in the Warrior Movement boards, there is a folder now called the Body Balance Challenge folder. Okay. Our goal is to make this as simple as possible. But in this, we have a lot of different aspects, and we'll start to go through these, okay? But let me go through, well, what is the Body Balance Challenge? Why is it important? And then we'll talk about how to maximize it. All right. So as many of you know, I've been literally promoting the drops for 13 years. And now, like really the last 2 years, they've really started to get viral here, right? So, but every year we have done something like this. So after doing this for a long time, a couple of things. Number one, this is the challenge that the most people get the best before and after results ever. Okay. Absolutely. In fact, if you've had your results through a body balance challenge, you've been involved in it before, put a me in the comments below. It's like that excuse to say, you know what, this is my time and I'm going to do this finally. It's just a giant accountability group. So for the purpose of even getting your $1 million story, we're gonna have Danielle, we're gonna pick apart how to actually build that today, actually. But this is that time where you can say, I want to do this. It's also a time where I have seen so many people go officer and above, or any type of promotion, or going ultimate and above. Because when you have a big campaign like this, then you can drive a lot of your customers, your partners, your prospects to come together. And it's just an excuse to say, I'm in, right? This is a great follow-up opportunity as well, too. Danielle, they're saying they can't find the challenge on boards. I think you're updating it still, or
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, sorry. So yeah, Cindy and Lindsay will have to add that.
okay, got it. It'll be there soon. Yeah, absolutely. So we're building it. It'll be there very soon. So I'll give you guys the update today, and then it'll be downloaded as soon as possible. So, so we have those together. It's also something that I've seen that if you're in a place that you feel like you just need a reset in your business, you need to take it to the next level. Like you feel like maybe things have been slow, or you've been stuck, or you're like, where do I start? Or maybe you feel overwhelmed. It is the one place. Thanks, Cindy. Thanks so much. It's the one place that if you focus on, everything else will be able to expand from. Let's be honest. Who here's felt a little bit like kind of, like this year's been a little bit crazy, right? So this is the place to be able to recenter. And what changed my life personally is in 2014, was a year was really tough for me personally. I just started dating Becky, and then we got past our um, honeymoon phase. And you guys know when you finally start to really see who each other are. And I'll just speak of myself. Like I have some bad aspects to me. And then it was like, oh man, we were butting heads. It was a really tough year, financially, personally, emotionally, all that. 2015 came along and we said, this is going to be a different year. And I remember I committed myself to a body balance challenge just like this. I brought people with me and I said, I don't care whatever anyone else does. I'm going to get my best results ever. And I'm going to explode my business this year. And that's the year when I finally got a six pack. I lost 25 pounds in 40 days on that challenge. I got my $1 million story. And that year we got promoted multiple times. And that year led us to our first six-figure year in network marketing. And it's changed the game since then. So this challenge could be that shift for you. If you want this challenge this year to be that shift for you, put a 100 in the comments below, because it comes down to a decision first. Okay. So you're going to see a couple of things. I'm not going to go through all the boards today, but we do have a body balance challenge site on this, which is done super, super well. It'll look like this. So you can read this. It's in the boards. And this is where you can register and everything. Okay. So really well done. It's actually even a sales page as well. Is that Miss Kelly Smith? Dang. What's up, Kelly? Wow. One last thing, and then I'll start tossing it to these amazing people, is this team, though, has always been the team that gets the most winners in these challenges. Like always. It's just a part of it. Okay. There's a folder in this boards where you can see all the winners from this last year. So let me just say, for example, Jessica Minter took first place in the weight loss category. She's from this camp. Eric, you guys know Eric Minter, Mr. Cha-Cha. Second place in weight loss from this camp. We have, of course, Kelly Smith, first place in fitness from this camp. We have Eric D'Amico, first place in transformation from this camp. Yeah, it's in the Done For You media channel as well, too. We have Amelia Harper, third place in transformation from this camp. So we have a lot of people. We kind of know how to do these things. So who here is also in this body balance challenge? Because personally, you want to win as well, too, right? Give me a wave or put a me in the comments. So how do we do this? Well, we have to talk about how to promote this, how to get people to this, and then how to drive it. So let's start first. I'll bring up Miss Kelly Smith. Kelly, you and Ashley have been really putting together some really cool scripts. I put them in the boards and everything. Can you talk to us? There's a post that you've made, and then we can talk about how to invite as well too. But tell me what's on your mind first, and then we'll dive into some cool things.
Cool. So there's so much on my mind. First of all, I would say that this could be the most pivotal point in your business. Like we are already in massive momentum, and so now we've been given this opportunity to run the challenge. So I really have this like gut feeling that like this is going to be the launch for like the next officer, the next senior officer. So when these things come around, you want to grab hold of them and do your absolute best. And something that I want to remind you is that everyone on this call is a leader, right? We all have teams, whether it's one person or 100 or 1,000. And the speed of the leader is the speed of the team. And if you don't go all in on this challenge, I can promise you your team will not go all in on the challenge. So I want to remind you, if you want a team of people that are fully engaged, excited, moving the needle in their business and doing the challenge, it starts with you. It starts with your decision as a leader to say, I'm going to do this challenge regardless of like, I need to lose weight or I need to, do this or that. It doesn't matter. I didn't need to lose weight either. When I signed up the challenge, I was like, I'm not going to do it. I don't need to lose weight. I already have my story. Like, it's fine. And then I was like, wait a second. I was like, I still have a journey. Like, I still want to do stuff. So I'm going to do the fitness, right? The fitness category. And I wanted other people to do it with me. So I had to start. So it really does start with you. So I would say if you personally have not like seriously made a commitment to go all in for 28 days, that has to be your first decision. And then we're going to show you how to invite other people, get excited, and do all the things.
I love it, Kelly. 100%. Who's accepting Kelly's challenge? Put me in the comments. Kelly, I want you to talk about this post. We have this caption that you made also in the boards too. But walk us through. So you made this cool announcement post. What's the elements behind this? What's the secrets? What are you doing here?
Okay, so I want to say this. Ashley and I have worked together for 8 years. She's been a top leader in one of my organizations for 8 years. Ashley is a master, like literally a master at social media. She does social media for a living. So she creates other people's social medias and gets paid for it. So she knows a little bit about social media. She's a master at scripts. She's a master at inviting. She knows this stuff, right? So I love working with Ashley because she's already done it before. She's run her own challenges. She's run her own huge, massive Facebook groups. And so she's really skilled. So when I tell you that a lot of these scripts come from Ashley, that's the truth. So her and I were just kind of going back and forth. I'm like, how do we make it? We want to use Chat GPT, okay? Because we know Chat GPT is amazing. But sometimes it's like, I want it to be like authentically me, right? I want it to be literally like, what would I say to my bestie if I wanted her to come join me on this challenge? And so Ashley and I were going back and forth and talking about it. And so these are the things that we came up with. And really, we said, okay, what would attract us to doing a 28-day challenge? Because if it's going to be hard, if we can't eat, or if we got to detox or anything like that, Ashley and I are out, okay, already. I can tell you the truth, right? So we didn't want to pinpoint any of the negative stuff, right? We don't want to highlight anything that might sound like, ooh, like hard. So we wanted to focus on things that sounded fun. We wanted to touch on pain points of like, who needs to do this? Who needs more energy? Who needs more, recipe ideas? Who needs more simple tips and hacks throughout the day so they can actually be successful? Because we know most people, it's hard. It's hard to lose weight. It's hard to do things. It's hard to get healthy sometimes. So we wanted to give people like the encouragement to say, hey, this is going to be super fun. We're going to help you the entire time. We're going to be your accountability partner personally. And then we have a whole Facebook group. We've got recipes and snack ideas and all the things. We have a CrossFit coach that's going to be there to help you learn to move for 20 minutes a day. We wanted to make it appealing. So her and I, we talked about it. We did these scripts. We made a post. I used that's a silly picture, but like if I'm a mom and I know I can't go to the gym, and I know that someone sees me and says, well, I don't go to the gym. She doesn't go to the gym. She just wears a weighted vest during the day. I'm in because I know I can do it. If I posted like we're going to do these hardcore workouts and we got to be a gym member, I might not do it. You know what I mean? So you want to really appeal to the average person. You want to appeal to whoever you are and what your niche is. And for me, it's moms. So that's what we kind of created together.
So love this. So I might take something like this, Kelly, and then I'm going to personalize it a bit for me. And I might even toss it into ChatGPT myself. And I'll be like, hey, personalize this caption so it sounds more like me and my story. And then I'll find some picture that resonates with my audience. I love that tip. I'm like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. You're very intentional with how you post things. Okay. So what you're saying is I don't post the Body Balance Challenge flyer. I don't post like a big old banner of the drop, say buy me now or anything.
No, and I want Ashley to touch on that because she's really, really smart with like social media algorithms and like what Facebook likes, what stories likes. But we never, like as a team, like as leaders in our organization, we never teach that. Like I love the partner graphics. Like I love all the cool things, but like we don't post any of that. We want to create genuine, authentic, even if it's a silly picture of you in a weighted vest, I promise you that's going to get far more attention versus you posting the partner we're doing a challenge, body balance challenge. Not that if you've done that, it's okay, right? But when you're wanting to appeal to people, and I'm going to kick it over to Ashley to help explain this, you want to stay away from those graphics that maybe hundreds of other people are posting because they don't know better. So Ashley, can you touch on that a little bit?
Okay, sorry. Can you hear me? Okay. Yeah, I mean, you said it perfect. And what happens is if everybody's using the same graphic, there's a couple things like the algorithm's going to pick it up and they're going to think it's spam. That's number one. And then number two, your friends are on social media with you because they want to be your friend and they want to see you. It's a social platform. They don't come to Facebook or whatever platform you're on to be sold. And so if you immediately put up a flyer, then it just is like, oh, what's she selling? Or, and they just scroll on by. But if they see, like I did something the other day, I had my picture and then I put the little flyer in a block on my picture. So then they're going to see my big old head first and then look down there. So anytime you can use you or personalize graphics or tell a story, that's always better. And I just always think to myself, social. My friends want to see me, 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 me. So anyway.
Love that. Yes. Is you're appealing to your niche. So you want to attract people genuinely to you first. It's not about so much attracting them to the challenge. You're attracting people to you and what you're doing. Because we all know we want to be a part of something fun. I'll give you an example. I had a girlfriend post that she was meeting people at the park to go like work out, like walk, do like the ropes and all this fun stuff. She got other moms to meet at the park and she kept like posting these little like teaser kind of things like, oh, the girls are all getting together at the park. We're going to walk. We're going to take the dogs. We're going to take the kids. And I thought, well, that's fun. Like, I'm like, I want to do that. Like, I could totally meet her at the park and go do that. She wasn't like trying to get me a gym membership. Do you see the difference? It's still the same thing. She's working out. She's a coach. So she wants to attract people that are looking to work out, but might not be attracted to the gym. So she was posting accordingly and it drew me in. I was like, what are you guys doing? You're meeting at the park? What time? Like, what's going on? So it's the same type of thing. You're really wanting to appeal and attract people to you and what you're excited about. And then we talk about the drops. Then we talk about, okay, great. When you have the drops, we're going to do this challenge together. You see what I mean?
That same thing happened to me yesterday with a chamber event. And usually, like chambers, they'll post their little flyer, that's all boring and whatever. Well, instead, they posted like a previous event, and all these people were having fun and like talking. And I was scrolling and I saw it, and I'm like, what party are they at? I got to go. And then I read, and it's a chamber event. I was like, genius. So, same kind of thing.
Yep.
Makes total sense. So, post idea for today, that's homework. I love Tracy. Tracy put in the chat like a picture of her riding a bike. Think of some genuine photo you can take, and then put some type of caption. It's in the boards, and then go get out there. All right, who here's down to make that action in like today? Right. So I need to do that as well too. So now that we have that out there, then there's ways to invite people to this, and there's different types. There's people that don't know about anything about the drops. There's people that you've talked to about the drops, but they haven't bought yet. There's existing customers as well too. We don't have to go through all of different types, but we do have some really cool scripts from you guys on this as well. I'll share some of that, but can you give us some of those mindset and psychology and how these scripts work and why to do them a certain way?
Yeah. So this is so important, you guys. And I know that everybody is like, let's just invite everyone we know. And that we do. We want to invite everybody. But I want you to think about the gold, the absolute gold that you have in your back office. Because you already have probably multiple people who have purchased retail, never purchased again. You have Smart Ship customers, right? Subscribe and save customers that are already on the drops. Maybe they're only on the drops. This is a great opportunity to invite both sets of those people. People who have tried before, didn't have success, couldn't stay consistent. I would gather to say, most people that buy retail and never buy again, the number one reason they didn't keep doing it is because they couldn't be consistent. They couldn't find the time. They didn't set timers. They didn't have the support, the lock-in support to say, I'm going to have somebody reminding me, I'm going to check in weekly. And that's the little tweak they need to become a subscribe and save customer. So you've got to reach out to your people that have only bought, once, didn't have success. You've got to reach out to your current customers. Maybe they'll upsell and buy other stuff, right? So there's so much gold in your back office alone. And I want you to commit to reaching out to those people first, because we're going to reach out to new people, but like, don't forget about the people you've already served and helped. Because a lot of them I have a ton of people that have ordered and didn't stay consistent. So they're the ones I'm hitting first because they already know about the drops. Then I'm going to hit my customers, and then I'm going to make sure I reach out to brand new people. And there's a script for that. So you don't have to feel like, well, how do I even talk to them about the drops or the challenge if I haven't talked to them about the drops? We're going to talk about it together. And there's a script in there that Ashley and I came up with that's very simple. You're going to share the drop video with them, and then you're going to go right into the challenge. James, you're muted.
I'm muted.
There you go.
Yeah, I know. I know. You'd figure I know that by now. Ashley, unmute yourself, actually. So I was going to ask you, so walk us through when you're doing script, like when you invite someone, like a prospect, and then you put together these, like, they're amazing scripts. So what are you thinking about? Like, why are these effective?
I think it's effective. I know it's effective because you're personally inviting them, you're sending them a message, and you're tweaking it to sound more like you're actually just reaching out to them, not that you're sending some spam, like, canned message, join me in the challenge. You're just saying, like, hey, so-and-so, I'm doing this, would you want to do it with me? Or, hey, I know you tried the drops before and had trouble being consistent. I'm doing this challenge and I thought of you, and, like, it'd be a great way for us to be consistent together and, like, lock arms. I'm just kind of throwing additional things, of how you could tweak it to sound like it's coming from you. Awesome. And I'm not going to lie, I love ChatGPT. Like, if you're not using ChatGPT, it's my BFF. So I just throw in all my little rough drafts, and, like, it comes up with something good, and then I tweak it to sound like me.
Love it. Love it. Love it. So simple now to put together these scripts and everything. And if I were to ask you this, when you are actually prospecting, you're inviting, like, I think sometimes we think, all right, I'm talking to a lot of people. So for your guys' personal expectation and standards, when you're promoting for something like this, how many people do you think you guys are actually talking to drive to these things?
That's a hard thing. I never focus on a number, honestly. I just keep reaching out to people. And so, like, I'll do it personally, like in groups, like Kelly said. So I'll go through my back office first, and I'll see who's already signed up and, like, doing the drops now. Because if I get them to do this challenge, then they're going to stay on longer, than if I didn't reach out to them. So that's going to be the first people I reach out to. Once I'm done with that group, then I'll go to the people that tried it and never ordered again. And I'll use the, hey, I know it was hard to be consistent, or whatever applied to them. And then I'll go, once I hit that block, then I'll go reach out to, new friends, and throughout all that, if people comment on my post, I'm hitting those people.
There's a method.
Yeah, I think that's a great key there. Is, like, as you're working through the gold in your back office, have a curiosity post, have that picture of you riding your bike, have that hook post, right, on social media. That way, if you say drop a fire in the comments, as brand new people are curious about what you're doing, then you start messaging those brand new people. So you're really just kind of going back and forth of, like, you're piquing curiosity, you're getting the brand new person to take a look as you're messaging all the gold in your back office. I think that's important.
And I think working in blocks really helps. So write down on a piece of paper your little categories, like Kelly was saying earlier, because otherwise, I know me, I'm all over the freaking map. I'm like, I'm reaching out to them. No, and then I don't get anything done.
Genius. Absolute genius. And guys, you guys are talking. Ashley Riddle this last year enrolled over 400 people in PartnerCo. So there's a method to this, and she's a busy woman, as is Kelly as well too. Yeah. So guys, amazing. Any last words on scripting and this stuff that you have here? Thank you.
Yeah, I would say don't get caught up on being perfect. Just really, really commit to being consistent, right? It doesn't have to be perfect message. It doesn't have to be scripted perfectly, but just commit to invite, because that is a skill set that you are going to want to grow that muscle, because there's always something to invite to, whether it's a challenge or a drop talk or a three-way message. Like, the art of inviting is so important. So utilize this as, like, you're learning, right? You're putting it to work. And also, like, Ashley's really good at this. Like, she can see, like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to write this exact thing. Like, and I love that. I'm not so much like that, but I like to talk to people. So if you're one of those people that are like, I will talk to anybody. Just start talking to people. Just start talking to people about why you're personally excited and what you're committed to do with the challenge. If you want to lose 10 more pounds before, or 15 pounds before Punta Cana, tell people that. Tell people you're going on a trip to Punta Cana in July and you're doing this challenge because you want to lose weight, or I want to fit into a bathing suit, or I want to be more comfortable with my skin, whatever it is. Now you get to talk about Punta Cana too. And that's another door to open to talk to people about this community, about what we're doing. So just be genuine. That's really all it is. And I think if you commit to the 28-day challenge and you have that energy and excitement, you are going to draw people in and they're going to want to do it with you too.
I think this is the best way too, especially if you're launching, you know, and sometimes people will wait till they have like an experience or whatever. And this is a great way. Like, hey, I've got this goal and they have this 28-day challenge. Like, who, my friends, come join me. Like, let's do this together. Like your little lady at the park, you know, it's the same kind of concept. And then my last thing, and then I'll be quiet, follow up, which is my favorite. So this is a great way to follow up with people. Hey, I know we talked about the drops before. I don't know if you've seen, but we have this cool body balancing challenge starting. Would you like the info? So,
There we go. Simple, powerful, but effective. Guys, can we give Ashley and Kelly lots of love and thanks? I mean, your collaboration, your genius. We're able to like peer into so much that has been so vetted out. So thank you guys. So helpful. I got homework now. Awesome. All right. And just a couple reminders on the challenge, and then I'll talk with Miss Danielle Singh in a bit. Remember, the challenge starts May 12th to June 8th, right after Mother's Day. It's a US, Canada only challenge. But so you're going to have other people saying, oh, can I join the challenge? You can encourage people, by the way, if they're in other markets, to just be with us. But to be in the challenge itself, they have to be US, Canada. There's 3 places. There's 3 prizes for 3 categories. There's $9,000 worth of cash prizes on the challenge. Every week, we're going to have coaching calls with Dr. Kristen White. And also, by the way, May 8th, the launch call, it has been confirmed. You're going to see this everywhere. There will be a launch call towards this challenge. And if there's 1,500 people on this launch call, they're going to be rewarding diamonds. Literally, it is confirmed. So stay tuned for that. That's one to bring all of your people to. So corporate's throwing us a lot of money. So we got to take that money. All right. So last but not least, it's also important because here's the truth. There's only going to be 9 like winners of the challenge itself. There's some weekly prizes as well too. And those are all amazing. We should all go for that. But you know what I'd submit to you is the biggest win is not winning the challenge. The biggest win is building your story and sharing your story and helping others build their stories. Because $1,000 is amazing. I'm sure we all want that. And if you get it, amazing. Okay. Ask Erica D'Amica how that feels, or Kelly Smith how that feels. I'm sure it's incredible. But you know, your story will make you thousands of dollars, millions of dollars. But there's also a way to build your story as well. So I want to bring up Danielle Singh, because Danielle, if you don't know, her background, she is literally a professional writer. Like, she's written for columns and magazines and fitness and so many different things. She is known as the Fit Gourmet. And so whenever you see Danielle writing, it's not only just incredible, it's like literally a profession that you've had, and you do it a certain way. So Danielle's put together a really cool cheat sheet for us. I mean, Danielle, how many magazine articles do you think you've written in your career?
Oh my gosh. I don't even know the answer to that. Definitely hundreds of them. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Over the years.
And they must have been seen by millions and millions of people, like with all those different publications. So you really know what you're talking about. So thanks for putting this together. No joke. This is one of those things where Danielle's saying, if she really wanted to, she could put what she's about to share here, package it and sell it, because this is a refined skill. So we have this $1 million story worksheet, which you've used for this picture that we're sharing that you put together, which amazing once again. But can you walk us through this, Danielle? You have, what is this, 10 points or so? Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, first of all, I'm so excited about this challenge. And I think this is perfect timing. I just wanted to say that, encourage every single one of you to get into this challenge, because this will be a defining moment in your business for sure. So how many people can you get to the challenge? And I'm kind of saying that in my own mind, but every post you should set your intention before you actually post your post. So I say turn your pain into power and purpose. You want to be raw and real. I mean, Kelly and Ashley just hit on all of these things that I'm going to say too. Be authentic, be genuine, and make it fun and interesting, and think of your audience. And so instead, it's really not about you. It's about reaching your audience and helping other people to bring them to what we have to offer here, right? So when I look at it, step one, I say the hook. So if I went through and I thought, well, to use my example, my hook is, they say abs are made in the kitchen, but after 40, I said that wasn't enough, right? So why does that work? And it's because it's bold, it's unexpected, and it's immediately relevant for women over 40. It creates curiosity. So I ask everybody here to say, what's one bold truth or myth breaker or an emotion that will grab your reader's attention? Something that is a pain point in your life. So when I looked at that photo, I thought, this is my truth. This is what I want to put out there. So the other thing is, you write the before. What is your struggle? So in my post, I put out there, tired, puffy, gaining weight, just looking at dessert, hot flashes, sleepless nights, mood swings. So you just find your struggle. And really why that works is because it's just specific, and it shows that it makes the reader feel seen, actually. So what were you struggling with, or what are you struggling with physically, emotionally, mentally? And then you want to write out the breaking point, the shift that happened. Like mine and my story was, I love to tell you, I turned it around with kale smoothies, but that would be a lie. And why does that work? Because it's honest and it's humble, and it really introduces a pivotal moment, and it adds relatability. So what's the moment that made you say something has to change? And then I ask, to write the discovery, what helped? So my example for me is when I found the game changer hormone balancing meals and a powerful homeopathic drops duo. And so why it works is because it introduces a solution with simplicity, and it keeps it non-salesy and a light tone, which is what you really want. And so a prompt for you to ask yourself is, what did you discover that helped you feel better? If you're new here, don't worry about that. What made you say yes? So don't worry if you're new here and you don't have a story yet. And then you want to talk about your transformation, what's changed or what you're looking forward to. And I went into delicious, nourishing meals, and few drops a day equals real results. Game on. Why does that work? It shows change without overhyping, and it really reinforces simplicity and consistency. So something that you can ask yourself is, what has changed for you physically, emotionally, mentally, and then write that down. And then you can add in there too, some credibility about yourself, without bragging or boasting. You can just say, for my example, I use as a published writer, former personal chef, known as the Fit Gourmet. And why does that work? Because it builds trust and it adds authority. So that's something super, you can add in whatever it is that you do type of thing. And what's a good prompt is, what's one thing about you, your past, your mission, or your values that builds trust? And then also value, you can offer something free. So I created a free 7-day reset meal plan and hormone harmony guide. You could do other ideas like a free recipe, or a 3-day water fast or a workout. And this really makes it easy for people to engage, and it also creates trust and a win-win feeling. So That's an incredible way to add value to your post. And here, some examples could be of freebies to offer is like a 3-day hormone-friendly meal plan, or cravings cleanse toolkit, or energy smoothing smoothies. So there's so many different things that you could do also. And then I also put in there a call to action. So drop a reset in the comments or send me a message and I'll send you the free plan and details. And it just works because it's simple and actionable. You want to make sure you're asking for a call to action. And then you want to also have an emotional close, like an empowerment message. So for mine, it was, you're not broken. You just need the right reset and the right support. And why does this work? It really leaves the reader with belief and hope, and it creates like an emotional connection. And then the magic, really, it happens with like ChatGPT. I'm going to tell you, take all of those answers and you can polish it up with ChatGPT. You can put it into ChatGPT. I put in some prompts in there for you. Just put your hook, your struggle, your breaking point, your discovery, your transformation, credibility if you want to add in there, freebie if you want to add in there, your call to action, and your close, and just make it emotional and conversational and easy to read with short paragraphs and a warm, relatable tone. That's what you're going to prompt ChatGPT to do for you. And then you can also go back and say, give me 10 scroll stopping hook titles for a Facebook post that speaks to women over 40 who feel stuck in their body, energy, or hormones, and make them emotional and curiosity driven. So examples it may give you is, I thought I was just lazy, then I found this. The real reason why you can't lose weight after 40, or your body isn't broken, it's just beginning for balance. There's so many great prompts that it will give you, and that's the hook that you want as your top of your post or your story. Yeah, there's a lot in there. I did create a document. I kind of just threw this together last minute, so I'm a little all over the place, I think.
Is anyone mind blown right now on the pure genius that just happened there? The biggest irony, Danielle, is you were reaching out to me the other day and you're like, can you help me, like, build my story and stuff? And you not just already have your story, you just taught the whole world how to build the most incredible story with absolute genius. That was the best. I'm like mind blown right now. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is literal gold. Like, that's a course in a nutshell. Okay. So thank you, first of all. This is how I'm going to use this. I'm going to use Mr. ChatGPT. And I'm just going to go down through this and ask the questions. So I'll be like, number one, I'll be like, hey, ChatGPT, or whatever you call it, help me put together this caption. And I'm just going to give you some questions, and I'm going to start giving the answers together, right? For me, I like to talk into ChatGPT because I'm lazy. Maybe some of you are writers. That's awesome as well, too. I'm just going line by line by line and have a conversation and have ChatGPT start to help me to guide this. And then at the end, after I go through the lines, I will then put it together with exactly what you just said, Danielle. And boom, it's going to feed this incredible personalized post for me. That's going to be incredible. By the way, freebie offer, what can you do? I mean, there's many things you can do. There's many free stuff. You can give the guides. There's support material that we have in all the Facebook groups. You can actually even just offer the Facebook group, hey, I have this free group with tons of testimonials and support and recipes, right? So, or if you have other things that you want to create, awesome as well too. So those are all absolutely incredible. Danielle, no joke. That was like, I'm so excited to put this together. Yeah.
Well, you asked me yesterday. I just want to say this because I've never really taught this to anybody or really thought about how I do it. It's just a natural thing. So for me, you challenged me, and I just threw this together, really. So to be able to teach this is a whole other thing. So I hope the worksheet really helps everyone, but really just go through it line by line. Take each sentence that you put in. Don't worry about it being perfect. And then also just put that into the ChatGPT and say, help me make this sound heartfelt, or for my audience of women over 40 who are struggling with weight loss. So the more you, personalize it, it will really write out a beautiful script for you, and you can tweak it. and you can also repurpose it. So this is something that you can share over and over and over again by just repurposing sections of it or parts of it, putting another photo, doing lifestyle pictures, things like that.
So good. My gosh. Yes. And the worksheet it will be in the boards, but it's right here. It says $1 million store worksheet. Have fun with that. Seriously. Wow. Wow. The best ever by far done. All right. This is the training I'm going to keep on sharing in the future. So thank you, Danielle, for sharing your genius. Guys, who's going to put your story together? The best thank you is putting it together and just seeing these all out there. And let's go. All right. So with that, what an incredible academy. Ashley, Kelly, Danielle. Oh my goodness. Let's drive this. You have everything in your hand right now. So check out the boards will be updated right after this call and all that. So move. I love what Kelly said. We're all leaders. So we give you some stuff, yes, but move regardless, right? Don't let the lack of something hold you back. Be innovative, be creative, continue to just share this and talk with people like what Ashley Riddle's saying. Be organized a bit and just drive towards this. Make that decision to make this your absolute best, and that will be incredible, right? A couple last announcements. We have a lot of things going on. We do have a call today that if you guys want to drive to, we have a business call. It's going to get people really fired up about our opportunity. But I'm going to be talking with Annika Bell, who just launched from Modere to here, and just amazing things happening in her and her team. So 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. A note on this, she might talk about some things that are systematic that might be more relevant just for her and her team. But 95% is going to be super relevant. So everything's going to be amazing, by the way. But I just want to give you that upfront update. She's going to talk about an onboarding bot, and she loves how that system works. But the most important stuff is the other things. But so always with any type of call, you filter out the things that are relevant for you, and then you keep on applying the systems that you have at hand. But it will get your prospect really excited about being a part of PartnerCo and this whole movement and everything. The links are in the prospect groups. It's the same link that we're on right now and everything. We also have right after this, Lindsay Yoakum is back from an incredible trip and vacay with her family that she absolutely deserves for sure. But she has a fire-packed BOC call that's going to talk about the #1 exercise that saves lives and businesses. So be sure to tune into that. I'll drop the link right here as well too. And last but not least, we will pray out. So if you want to linger, definitely absolutely linger. If you want to hop off, you can absolutely hop off. But we're going to have Miss Lisa pray us out today. Let me grab you. There you go. And all right, Lisa. Here you go.
Awesome. What an awesome training today. Thank you so much. I gleaned so much from it, and it encouraged me. So this week has just been so encouraging, especially with getting to go with that body balancing challenge. So let's just pray. Thank you, Jesus, so much, Lord, just for this team of amazing leaders, Lord, that just love so well. Father God, we just come to you now and ask that you just help us through just sharing the love, sharing our stories, sharing what we have that you've already given us to just move forward in our own health, that we could help other people too as well. And we just give you all the glory in all things, and we praise you in advance for just what you're doing in each and every one of us that are just going for it. We're just going for it with you, Lord. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with prospering, and there's nothing wrong with helping others. And I just feel like I needed to say that for some reason. Some people feel like that it's difficult to sell. And I just thank you, Father, that it's not selling, it's sharing. It's sharing what we have and what you've given us, and sharing just everything that we're gleaning from just getting healthy with you, Lord. And we just thank you. So we just pray for an awesome weekend. We pray for just more sharing with others authentically with our stories, and just all of the learning that we're doing with the trainings. And it's all just from you, God. I believe that it's from you as we believe in ourselves and each other and the system that you've given us, which is so easy. But we thank you, God. We give you all the praise and all the glory and just protection with our families and those that are hurting. Father, I just pray for them and they've lost loved ones. And for Kelly, Lord, that just lost her grandmother-in-law. And just give them peace right now, Father God. Give them peace and comfort in this difficult time. And we just thank you, God. You are so good. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, sister. Let's go. Hey, have a great one.
Thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome.
Thank you. That was on my heart too.
Amen.
So thank you
Thank
for
you so
bringing
much.
that up.
Thank you,
$1 billion
Danielle.
in
Thank
my
you.
day.